Moving on to number 2. Once again, you want to find the slope. You know that your slope formula will be m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And what I recommend is for you to rewrite the formula with the division and the subtractions and then plug in your values. Now you might be wondering, where do I get those values from? The coordinate is really an x and a y value. Again, x, y, x, y. Now the thing is this, how are you going to tell the difference between your first x and your second x? Well, you got to number them. This is your first point, so put a 1 right next to the x and the y. The other one's your second point, so put a little 2 right next to them, and then you're ready to plug in your numbers and simplify. So, what belongs on the top left? That's y2. And what is y2? 11. What's y1 that belongs on the top right over here? What's y1? 8. Okay? And how about x2? What's that? That's also 8. And how about x1? That's 4. Okay? And that's the math that we're going to work out here. So let me go to the side. 11 take away 8 is 3. And 8 take away 4 is 4. So there's our slope. It's up 3 over 4. So on this guy down here, let's label them x1, y1, x2, y2. And we might as well write down the slope formula. And once you have your slope formula, again, you want to rewrite it without the variables, the division and the subtractions. And then you plug in your numbers. What's the y2? 1. What's the y1? Negative 5. What's the x2? Negative 9. What's the x1? Negative 4. So when we do this math, the minus minus has to change the plus plus. So you're going to end up with 6 over negative 5, and that would be your slope for that one. Let me just stop right there and jump to these notes right here. Special cases when working with the formula. If you get a 0 on top, then your answer is 0. If you get a 0 underneath, your answer is undefined. Okay? So if you have, so right here where it says if you get a 0 on top, we could do this. 0 divided by 2. What is half of 0? What's half of 0? 0, right? You have nothing. Divided in half, you still have nothing. So that makes total sense. That if you have 0 on top, your answer is 0. Now if your 0 is underneath, it's undefined. So if you have, like let's say 2 divided by 0, then you just write undefined as your slope, right? What does that mean visually? That it's a vertical line. Anyway, once again, 0's on top, the answer is 0. 0's underneath, the answer is undefined. Again, 0 underneath, answer is undefined. Undy, undy. Okay? Undy, undy. Underneath, undefined. So we have some special cases down here where you're going to actually get the 0 either on top or bottom. So right here, where you go y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 and label them xy, xy, 1, 1, 2, 2. You're going to have minus sign. What do I get on the top left? What's my y2 value? Negative 2. What's my y1 value? What's my x2 value? What's my x1 value? Negative 3. Now notice, that's why I put the division and subtractions first, so I could clearly see that the minus minuses end up changing. So I do end up with the negative 7 over 0, and I cannot leave that answer like that. I have to write undefined. Underneath, undefined. So this is my actual answer right here, undefined. Okie doke? Now, if we do this other one, number 2, running out of time here. You have x, y, x. What happened there? That and shouldn't even be there. 1, 1, 2, 2. So our slope formula, it's y2 minus y1. So what do I have? y2 minus y1. I have 4, take away 4. And x2 is negative 3 minus x1, which is positive 3. So I end up with 0 over negative 6. Right there, the slope is 0. That would be your final answer.